this week on the Bubble Chat.
Didn't watch it either, but as far as him winning for the Spanish, I think that was a good thing for the Latinos
Yeah.
because it was their time to shine.
But I am a cancer survivor. And I know that you can change things. Things can be reversed. And I mean, he's not without resource or finance.
You could tell that he's loved by just production and everybody. He's been on there for years. I'm one of the generations who don't know SNL without Keenan. I am a fan of Keenan because I grew up with all of that. I liked Mad TV before it got canceled. So I am a sketch, comedy queen. I love those shows. I'm a big fan of those things. But
Heard his take, I couldn't really help but think back to some of the behind the scenes that was been coming out lately. And the biggest issue I have with the production of that movie wasn't really the acting; it was more so the conditions.
millennial, we can never go back to that time, okay? Like I come from South Park jokes, okay? So things that
Yeah.
that you would gasp at back then, I'll be like, oh, like hold on, wait a second, that was kind of funny. Hey everybody, welcome to The Bubble Chat, the podcast where we take the heavy lifting and out of high level ideas and bring them down to earth for a casual conversation. I'm one of your hosts, and I'm so glad you decided to step into our corner of the universe today. Whether you're commuting, folding laundry, or just hiding from a mounting to-do list, consider this your official invitation to exhale and settle in.
So why the bubble? Because we live in a world of constant noise, and sometimes you just need a curated space to process what's actually happening. In this show, we step inside different cultural, tech, and lifestyle bubbles to see what makes them tick. We aren't here to lecture or pretend we have all the answers. We're here to explore the why behind the what with a healthy dose of curiosity and a little bit of wit.
In every episode, we aim to strike that perfect balance between deep dives and lighthearted banter. We know your time is valuable, so we promise to keep things moving. We'll be interviewing experts who actually speak human, sharing stories that might just change your perspective and occasionally going down a rabbit hole or two because sometimes the best insights are found where you least expect them.
So remember, this isn't just a monologue, though. The Bubble Chat is a community. We want to hear your takes, your questions, and even your hot takes that may burst our collective bubbles. Our goal is that by the time you hit the stop on this episode, you feel a little bit more informed, a little bit more inspired, and like you just spent 30 minutes catching up with a friend who really gets it. We've got a lot to cover today, so let's not keep the ideas waiting. Adjust your volume. Grab your caffeine of choice. And let's dive into the center of the fucking conversation. You are now listening to The Bubble Chat. And the first topic is officially on the table. Are you ready? Let's go.
How you doing?
How you doing?
How you doing?
I am just, first of all, almost got into mourning because obviously we could have we will be talking about this next week, but I just found out that that Sherry Shepherd talk show is getting canceled.
Yeah, I knew that.
Oh, so but we're gonna go a little more detail of that next week or so. That is if I even have the energy to do it to be but I'll be okay. But I'll be okay. And, I still enjoy this talk show no matter where it goes. So, but yeah, Tisha, what you got for us?
Right. We have to kick things off with the absolute whirlwind that was the 68th annual Grammy Awards hosted by Trevor Noah last night. If you weren't glued to your screen, you missed the night that felt like a massive shift in the industry. The biggest story of the night, and honestly one for the history books, was Super Bowl halftime performer Bad Bunny. He took home the award for Album of the Year, making history as the first ever artist to win that category with an all Spanish language album. It feels like a full circle moment, especially with him gearing up for the Super Bowl halftime show. The energy in the room when he won was just different. It's like a long overdue validation of where global music is actually at right now. But he
Hmm.
wasn't the only one making waves. We saw big wins from Kendrick Lamar, SZA, Victoria Monet, Lola Young, and a really touching tribute segment that had everyone in tears. From the fashion of the red carpet to the unexpected collaborations on stage, the 2026 Grammys really set the tone for the rest of the year. It wasn't just an awards show, it felt like a celebration of how much the mainstream has expanded to include all of us. For my co host, Bad Bunny winning Album of the Year with a Spanish language project feels like a finally coming of moment to fans. Do you think the Grammys are finally catching up to how the rest of us really feel or listen to music, or was this just a rare moment of the Academy getting it right?
Look, I'll be the first to admit it. As usual, I only caught bits and pieces of the Grammys last night. I really need to do better and actually sit through the whole thing next year. But even from the highlights, you could feel the weight of what's going on right now. Bad Bunny winning Album of the Year is just it's the perfect timing with the Super Bowl right now, which is right around the corner. But I think what really got me was his speech. When he stood there and said, "We're not animals, we're not savages, we're not aliens, we are humans, and we are Americans," that wasn't just a thank you. He was clearly calling out ICE for the rage and the absolute nightmares of what's been happening. It felt like a direct response to the unfair killings of Alex Peretti, Renee Good, and Keith Porter. He used that stage to remind everyone of our humanity when the system tries to strip it away. And I have to give a massive shout out to all the winners who used their moments to speak their truth to power. Kalani specifically, hearing them wrap up their speech with a straight up, and I quote, "fuck ICE" was such a moment. She really invited the whole artist community to stop being silent and actually join together and speak out. See, like, because when we see so many people like Kalani, Billie Eilish, and Olivia Dean standing up against the injustice and the police brutality in our country, it honestly deserves a big round of applause. They're trying to prove that we're too powerful of a group to stay quiet when things are this broken and crooked, because it's about community and it's about finally saying enough is enough on a global stage.
All right, all right, all
That
right.
was a mouthful.
How do you feel about it, ladies?
I
Didn't
feel
watch it.
I didn't watch it either, but as far as him winning for the Spanish, I think that was a good thing for the Latinos
Yeah.
because it was their time to shine and they have really been mistreated, being sent back to, the whole ICE thing. So they need to, yeah, figure that out because innocent people are being killed
Mhm.
and I'm just sick of it.
Yes,
hmm
that's so true. Tisha, you say you didn't watch?
I didn't watch it, but of course the highlights found me. Old ass Cher said
Nothing.
Luther Vandross got an award, knowing dang well he been gone for how long. So
You
I
lying. I
saw
didn't see
that.
that.
Whole ass was waiting on the prompter.
Like she said, Luther. Other than that, I did not know Bad Bunny had an album. I'm not trying to be a hater. I'm not a fan.
I don't even know who
One thing I will
Bad
say,
Bunny
I'm probably
is.
gonna get, huh?
I don't even know who Bad Bunny is.
I got a little bit more to say. I'm probably gonna get canceled after this. Fuck Trevor Noah. He came at Nicki Minaj unprovoked, and I'm still a fan. Okay, I'm sorry. I don't know what she doing, but I am a barb. Okay, and this is a hard time for us.
You do you,
So,
girl. You do you.
Did
I will. Thank you for not judging me. This is a very hard time for us right now. I don't know, like I said, what she's
you?
doing, but other than that,
Yes.
I'm gonna move on. I got nothing else to say. Team Nicki Minaj.
I brought you to the panel for debate. So, did you see the Barbie movie?
What?
Absolutely not.
Did you
We're
see?
talking about the Grammys.
Did you see the Barbie movie, Barb? Tisha, did you see the Barbie movie?
Oh, the
No,
Barbie movie.
not enough to tell you what it's about. No.
Do you
I
remember
did.
the Barbie? Remember the fucked up Barbie?
Mm-hmm. I saw the
Yeah,
movie.
That's where Nicki
yeah.
Minaj is now. She's She's an all rat-a-tatted, fucked up Barbie at the bottom of the toy.
That's okay.
Okay.
We all have our opinions, so
You could be a Bratz doll. You could be many things.
What do you think about
I'd
the
rather be a
Grammys?
bar.
The Grammys.
Yeah, let's get back on subject.
So I love
That
that
part.
Lamar broke the record. He has 27 Grammys, so he beat Jay-Z because Jay-Z had 25. So that's a great
Oh,
thing. The speeches, Kaylani, SZA, and everyone else, all of them who got their little 2 cents in to share hope and integrity in these times of just peril from this guy named government. And then what is his name?
The one that said Black History for the rest of my life.
Yes.
I knew you was gonna mention him.
Okay, so that was wonderful for him because, like he said, he is independent. I have been at one of his shows. He's amazing. I saw him open up for Teacher Moses years ago. He is amazing, super talented. I'm so excited, happy for him. I'm super happy and excited for everyone that won, even Bad Bunny, even though it is shrewd, harsh businessman that I aspire to be. They placed him in the Super Bowl because of all of the cultural peril going on right now. Not to take away from his talents or anything, but I'm sure that was a strong strategical move for him to get that Grammy that he won last night. And I anticipate to see his halftime show and who may feature in that performance.
Likely Cardi B.
Yeah,
I've been like reading articles saying that there is a possibility that Cardi B might join Bad Bunny because they collaborate together, and I like it with J Balvin. I don't really know for sure if that's actually going to happen though.
That's one of his hits. So that could be that. I'll take it. Oh, so he was on I Like It Like That. Okay.
Well, I would like to say I didn't watch the Grammys, but I did see some little stuff on Instagram, and that jelly roll took us to church,
oh,
and that was good. I did enjoy that, and of course, I enjoyed the artist who ran on stage and said Black History Month for the rest of my life, and then his mama and
said
daddy
that?
came on that stage and started hollering, "Honey, I love that."
Who
That
said that?
that
Who
was
said
one of
what's
that?
his name?
the boy
Dumar?
in blue.
Who?
Duran Dumar. I can't pronounce his name, but he's a really good artist. Like he deserves all the flowers in the world.
Yes. So that was a great highlight, and I can't wait to watch the rest of it.
Hmm
Adonis, your
Man,
turn.
Oh,
The end of it. The
he
end
already
of an
gave his
era.
thoughts, and I think
No,
it's
I'm
my
saying
turn.
it's the end of.
Cameron
Oh,
was
I'm
off.
sorry. Cry for help. So sorry.
That's me.
Okay.
Um, Turning to some news that has a lot of people genuinely concerned, we're looking at the very heavy situation involving Ray J. According to reports in TMZ, the singer and tech entrepreneur posted a series of cryptic and alarming messages on social media recently, essentially claiming that he believes he has limited time to live. He shared photos from the hospital setting and made comments suggesting that his health is in much more fragile state than the public realized. Ray J has been such a staple in the culture for decades, from music and reality TV to his business ventures. So seeing him
Mm.
from in this headspace is incredibly jarring. And while there haven't been specific details released about the diagnosis, the urgency and finality of in his words has fans and friends reaching out in droves. It's a reminder that behind the fame and the constant grind, there are real, vulnerable human beings dealing with battles we don't always see on camera. So when we see a public figure who is usually so full of energy and hustle reach a breaking point like this on social media, how did we balance our curiosity of the news with the a need to respect someone's privacy during a literal life or death type of crisis? What do you guys think?
Basically,
Go
just did.
ahead.
I'm sorry. So wait, what kind of sickness does Ray J have?
His heart.
His
His
heart.
half of I want to say that half of his heart is black, and I want to say about 20 to 35% of his heart is functioning at capacity.
And why is that? What
Uh,
caused it?
because of the decades use of alcohol. He says he'd been taking Addies, but I'm sure he was taking more than that. But the excessive use of drugs has really affected his health internally.
Mm. I think that is so sad. I think when kids become superstars at an early age, they should have emotional intelligence classes and therapy, and they should have a an assistant with them at all times to keep them grounded and remind them, because they get all this money and fame and then they're just out there, and they're not grounded. And it's sad that he is, and they've been through so much, his whole family, and even that reality show, and showing your all your business on national television. All that ties into getting on drugs, because you need to numb yourself. You can't hide from nowhere.
Mhm.
I feel sorry for him.
And I want to piggyback on what you were saying, Mom, because hearing about this news just stops you in tracks. Because I feel like we've all heard so many stories like this lately, whether it's someone dealing with cancer that starts to spread, or a family member transitioning to hospice care. That there's this specific heavy feeling you get when you hear someone talk like they're at the end. It's like that gut feeling of telling you that something's wrong, but at the same time, your heart just refuses to believe it. Like you didn't want this to be the case, and it's a reminder of how fragile everything is. We see Ray J as this mogul, this guy who is always on the move, and then reality hits. In these situations, when things look that bleak, you just have to lean into hope. And I'm honestly just holding out for the odds to be beaten, and I'm praying for a miracle for him and his family, because regardless of how he lived his life in the spotlight, no one should have to face that kind of finality before their time. We're all just rooting for him to pull through. But yeah, that's how I feel.
This is one of those situations. Speaking, me and Reggie are actually the same age. This is one of those situations where you
How
really
old is that?
45. This is where you really need to understand that health is wealth. And I mean, I've I've never excessively used hard drugs or anything like that or lived that type of lifestyle, but I am a cancer survivor. And I know that you can change things. Things can be reversed. And I mean, he's not without resource or finance to invest in himself, to take some time to recalibrate, to recover, to rehabilitate. Um the sad thing, which is what Shay had brought about, was when you are a child star, like, yeah, like you have to have some type of moral compass, some type of like universal intelligence of self to make sure that you'll be okay. I just I pray for him and his family because he got kids, you know.
Mhm.
Well, while the story was being read, I thought about how that song "Best Friend" on Brandy's first album is about Ray J.
Mhm.
So I want to congratulate the awesome person that he is still today, and that he was to her, because I'm sure that would hurt her tremendously, because things are not the same with Ray J in the family dynamic of things with his wife, sister, mom, everyone. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna pray for Ray J. We're gonna pray for you, Willie Ray. We praying for you, Willie Ray.
Yeah, well, it says here that Ray J revealed on social media that he was suffering from severe heart failure as a result of heavy binge drinking and drug abuse such as Adderall, and as I mentioned, he was not expected to live more than a year, and then he said he was diagnosed after a recent hospitalization for pneumonia.
Oh,
You know what pneumonia mean? Everybody know what pneumonia mean.
well, P. Diddy in jail, so
Everybody know what pneumonia mean, girl.
Who got pneumonia?
Ray J.
Right. Now, why he ain't had no damn CPAP and no goddamn NyQuil and an antibiotic?
Those do help.
Well, in some major news, everybody, that feels like an end of an absolute era. Kenan Thompson is officially hinting that he's thinking about leaving Saturday Night Live. According,
What?
according to a new report from Variety, the longest running cast member in the show's history, we're talking about 23 seasons, people.
Mm.
It's starting to look toward life after Studio H. Keenan joined the cast back in 2003, and since then has become the ultimate glue of the show. Whether he's playing Steve Harvey, hosting What Up With That, or just giving one of his iconic facial expressions that saves the sketch.
Priceless.
He He's been the most consistent presence on the late night TV show. In an article, he talks about how much he loves the comfort of the show, but mentions that milestones of upcoming 50th anniversary seasons like a neutral place to pass the torch. Keenan has been on the show for so long that there are an entire generation of viewers who has never known HNSNL without him. If he actually steps away after the season, do you think the show can maintain its rhythm or its presence just too fundamental, or is his presence too just fundamental to replace, excuse me, like The Real, like Aunt Viv, the first Aunt Viv? Uh-huh. And anybody else that has been replaced, like Dawn from In Vogue and the sister from Escape and Michael that reluctantly passed away from The Boys to Men. The show must go on, and you can be replaced. Sherry Shepherd ain't got no show that can cast her. Hell, you can cast me, you can cast Shay Sugar, you can cast Mario Hodge, a whole bunch of comical, talented people out here. The show must go on, and we must continue to cast the people.
Well, what I'll say though is he been on that show for like,
Yeah.
and then people who have gotten fired off the show, you could tell that he's loved by just production and everybody because he's been on there for years. I'm one of the generations who don't know SNL without Keenan.
Mhm.
I am a fan of Keenan because I grew up with all that. I liked Mad TV before it got canceled, so I am a sketch, comedy queen. I love those shows. I'm a big fan of those things, but oh, I Keenan should move on. I say it's way past time. From what I've seen, SNL kind of gives upcoming comics and actresses their start, and I feel like he's had a momentum, but he's always came back to it in their life. It's been his cushion. He calls it comfort. I'm saying cushion. So I want to see what he can do off the show, please. Finally.
He's a bred talented.
Hmm.
It's like the SNL was his adult comical career. I
Yep.
would say.
Hmm.
So I think step out
Did you
again.
see Good Burger? T?
Of course.
Good bagger. Yes, I
We
had
love it. Yes.
good bagger.
I love him.
But
Um,
even Kale, though, Kale ain't been doing nothing either. So, I mean, maybe he's scared that once he leaves Saturday Night Live, a gig, he won't know what to do. Maybe.
Look, even though like there's nothing that is 100% set in stone yet, I'm gonna be real with y'all. I wouldn't be shocked at all if Kenan actually does decide to move on from Saturday Night Live. I mean, like you said, Teach, we're talking about 2 decades of his life dedicated on stage to one stage. It was just an incredible run, but you have to think about the human side of it as well. Because there's always that 50-50 chance that an artist reaches to a point, whether it's an entertainer, a singer, an actor, or a talk show co-host, that they just don't feel that same spark or happiness anymore. And honestly, it would even make total sense. He probably has a mountain of personal projects and creative dreams that he's wanted to bring to reality for years. But when you're on SNL, I mean, those conflicts are real because it's a massive commitment that doesn't leave room for much else. Plus, there's always, personal reasons we'll never know about, things behind the scenes that just make you realize, that it's time for a change. And
Hmm.
so, it's It would make sense for Keenan to move on from the show, but I don't want to get my hopes up because the truth of it is we can only let time tell and just let the future do its job, which is all we can do.
Clock it.
So I've been seeing this, happening for years. I've been seeing it happening from time to time to time. And they're choosing their peace and their personal growth over just sticking with what works. And after being that anchor of that show for so long, because he's more than and he earned that right to step out and see what the world looks like outside of Dirty Rock. But like everything else, like I said, we just have to let time tell and let the future do its job because whatever he decides, he's already left a legacy that no one can touch.
Amen.
Right.
Alrighty, well, moving into some movie news that has the internet feeling a little defensive. Shia LaBeouf is making headlines for some recent comments about one of his most beloved roles. In a new interview featured on Complex, Shia didn't hold back, essentially calling his film experience and the film horrible from his current perspective. For most
What?
of us, Holes is a nostalgic masterpiece. It's that movie that really put Shia on the map as Stanley Yelnats. I do hope I said that right. I can't read from
You
Stanley
did. I'm a
Yelnats.
fan.
But looking back, Shia describes feeling like he was part of a cringe-worthy machine and admits he doesn't personally connect with the film at all anymore. He's always been known for his raw honesty and his pivot into much darker, more experimental indie work. But for fans who grew up watching him dig those holes at Camp Green Lake, hearing him trash a childhood staple definitely stings a little. So for you guys, what we've seen a lot of actors lately distance themselves from the Disney or commercial roles that made them famous. Do you think it's fair for an artist to call their breakout work horrible once they've involved, or should they show a bit more love to the projects that gave them a career in the first place?
Before I answer, did you write this or AI, cousin? Because
Both.
Stanley Yelnats was popular way before Holes. He was on Even Stevens, okay? He was in a good movie called, I can't tell you what the movie was called, but it was about this dude who had like I forgot what he was diagnosed with, but basically he was looked at differently. You know how back then Disney movies was like deep back then. He did really good in that movie too. Um, so I don't know. Let's say he was cringe coming up movies, but he was in some good stuff. Even what was that with Transformers? I didn't watch it. That watermelon looked good. That's not watermelon. I'm fat.
And I
What was I
think he was
gonna
also
say?
one of the Indiana Jones films.
Yeah, like I wouldn't call it nothing he did cringy. Like he could have been That's So Raven damn near. I know it was the alcohol, though. It was some alcoholic and stuff. But I love Shia, but he did fall off slightly. But he can always come back. Always.
What? Were you gonna say something, Adonis?
Let's hear an opinion.
I
Smart
love you,
ass,
Tisha.
know everything. Huh?
I love you. Oh,
I love you back.
When
What's going on? You got the giggles
I
over
can,
there?
that was a $5 fine. Ike is gonna get you.
I didn't even do nothing I can remember right now. What?
You know,
uh-uh.
we gonna buy
I feel
like
like everybody has their opinion and they could do what they want to do. And
Amen.
especially these days and times, ain't no telling what's gonna come out of somebody's mouth. Do I think it's fair for an artist to call their breakout work horrible? I mean,
No.
that's
if that's what
rude
they
and
think,
mean. It's
Oh,
rude and mean, but sometimes I don't know. I got mixed feelings about it.
yeah.
I really
That's
couldn't
like,
help.
okay, I think I kind of have an example. I'm sorry. That's
Okay.
like me giving you a job, right? And say
Yeah.
you kind of get some momentum off of it, and then you do other stuff that makes you a little bit bigger, and then you're like, yeah, that was teacher gave me that job. That wasn't shit. So
Yeah,
that was that. Like that's the kind of hurt my feelings. Like, motherfucker. the
No,
reason why
seriously.
Evie got looked at.
Motherfucker.
Now,
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, I get it now that you said it. Yeah,
in
that would
that
irritate me.
case, but sometimes it depends because some people could give you a job that had hidden agendas, and you get bamboozled into that job, and
Right.
it's trash, and then you be
Yeah,
like, because it has happened to me. You be all excited about something, and then you get there, and all the promises they made, they didn't do it. Now you stuck in there, and this and that, and you got bit by a dog while you was there. They didn't have no insurance. Like it just depends. But I totally agree with your point.
yeah.
I mean, when I heard his take, I couldn't really help but think back to some of the behind the scenes that was been coming out lately. And like the biggest issue I have with the production of that movie wasn't really the acting. It was more so of the conditions.
Which
Cleo
one?
Thomas, who played Zero in that movie,
Oh,
actually shared a story recently about how intense the weather was during the film. He
okay.
mentioned that he was dealing with such severe heat rashes on the inside of his legs, and the lotion they gave him to treat it, it just made it burn like hell. Like you have to remember,
Oh, wow.
Shia and Cleo were just teenagers at the time, and now they're
Mm-hmm.
adults. They were it's if this I feel like, to me, honestly, if the safety precautions we have now in most cases, specifically regarding the extreme weather and physical well being, had been taken seriously back then, maybe the experience wouldn't have been so traumatic. And that leads to the bigger problem I have, which is this adultification on child and preteen actors in this industry. Filmmakers back then used to put these kids through extreme qualifications and grueling environments that we would never ask of a minor today. Like we've talked about out this on the show before, especially regarding drama school and protecting young actors, but seeing it laid out like this just confirmed it, because it really is about out paying your dues as an actor. It's about the fact that no teenager should be working in conditions that would leave them in physical pain just for a movie. It really puts a different perspective on why Shia might look back at that
Nobody,
time and
period. No
see
teenager
nothing but a
otherwise.
horrible experience.
Mm-hmm.
Well, he's the same guy that was in Transformers Bumblebee, right?
Transformers 1, 2, and 3.
Okay. And then there was this other movie. It involved like military AI, and he was like a twin, and he had two. Remember? Okay, I don't know nothing about the first thing that he did, but if it got anything to do with Disney, let my people go. Speaking as an adolescent, as a child, because it seemed like Walt is the warden
Mm.
of real raw talent. Just let the people go. He didn't like it, he didn't enjoy it, but I hope that he will have a flourishing, successful career moving forward. I mean, that was a little slap in the face, but that's his truth. We can't be mad at him. That's his truth. That was his experience. You know what I mean? And I just
I
hope
get
that
it.
moving forward as older, that he gets that it is not that hard nor stressful or wear and tear on him to actually just do something that seems very, very natural, which is being a great actor.
Pocket.
Mm-hmm.
I concur.
Mm-hmm. Next on the docket, what are we talking about?
As we continue our celebration of Black
Oh no,
History,
you're on no that you're
I'm sorry.
on
So sorry, so sorry, so sorry. For our final story today, we have to talk about the trailer that has the entire internet buzzing. Netflix just dropped the first look at their upcoming documentary series diving into a legacy of America's next top model with Tyra Banks. It's obvious the face of the franchise. This doc is looking way past the smiles and the runway lessons to explore the much more complicated and sometimes controversial reality of what went on behind the scenes. Oh, I can't wait. The documentary features interviews with former contestants, judges, and crew members who are opening up about the high pressure environment and some of the show's more problematic moments that haven't aged particularly well. Tyra herself is expected to address the evolution of fashion industry and how the show fits into that world, for better or worse. It looks like it's going to be a deep dive into the power dynamics of reality TV and the lasting impact the show had on an entire generation's idea of beauty. America's Next Top Model was such a cultural powerhouse for years.
Yes.
Looking back now through a 2026 lens, do you think a show like that could ever actually be fixed for the modern era, or was the drama and the intensity just too baked into its DNA to ever be truly healthy? It was times when I wanted to roast that Tyra Banks. She was mean. And if I was on that show, I would have been like, girl, let's go outside. Outside, because you got me messed up.
As a millennial, we can never go back to that time, okay? Like, I come from South Park jokes, okay? So things
Yeah.
that you would gasp at back then, I'll be like, oh, like, hold on, wait a second, that was kind of funny. But y'all seen the preview. Tyra blamed y'all niggas. She said y'all fans asked for it. That's all that I had to know. I will have my popcorn. I will be on TikTok live discussing it immediately after. Tyra said, y'all asked for this. She ain't sorry. If y'all think Tyra gonna come on there and apologize for y'all putting millions in her pocket, y'all stupid, okay? I can't wait for the interview. It's gonna be shits and giggles. Like, I'm
Look,
Oh my
sorry.
God.
look,
She said
look,
it.
look.
She said it.
She did.
Did
You
she not
right.
say it?
Baby, you
She
ain't
said the
lied not one
fans
time.
begged for it. She blamed y'all. So I can't wait. It's gonna be a great documentary. She ain't gonna take no, but she don't have to though. I'm sorry, she don't have to.
Mm-mm.
That
Look, I'm
show is
already
pure
calling it now.
comedy.
I think what going to see in this documentary is going to go way deeper than just the surface level drama we've been seeing about for years. And I honestly believe we're
I
about to
hope
get to
so.
the full gritty details on those crazy challenges Tyra came up with that made us all tilt our heads at the time. And I mean, we remember watching them and thinking this is a lot, but I suspect that the dark truth behind the scenes was even more intense than what actually made it to the final edit. Because we're talking about challenges that were, in hindsight, physically dangerous or emotionally taxing for these young girls. And I think this doc is going to pull back the curtain on the actual logic or lack thereof, because behind some of those moments and shows, it shows us just how much of the contestants were pushed for the sake of good TV. I mean, it's one thing to look back and laugh at the memes, but it's another thing and entirely to hear from the women who actually had to live through it. And I'm prepared to be shocked, because if this trailer is in any indication, we haven't even scratch the surface of what's really going on during those cycles. So yeah, that's how I feel about it. And also I think the cultural appropriation challenge that was me giving Tyra the side eye straight up.
Well, as a
I like it.
total fan
I
of
totally.
America's Next Top Model,
Yeah.
I'm so happy that I love Next Top Model. I met Yaya, I met Eve, I met Takara, I worked with Danielle, I worked with about 7 contestants that was on the TV show throughout the cycles, right? Um, I wanted to be a director. I have been a director at some points in my lifetime, but to pull out the whole scheme of the set and the fantasy, complementing the brand, I was so engulfed with that show. So I totally understood what it meant. If this is what you want, you have been giving a spotlight stage to be the it girl. You're going to be a face on a brand every week. We just picked your ass up from somewhere. You look real, real pretty. We gave you a makeover. Bitch, now it's time to work. But what I did now, that was what I was taking from the show. Of course, the pressure of
Sound like a pimp.
producers, budgets, and all those things. I get that. I get that. But the real corruption comes from money. All the pressure, all those things come from the intensity, the demand of fill in the blank. There's a dollar sign behind that. You see what I'm saying? So from all those
Amen.
photo shoots, all that shit, bitch, we gotta make this shit back up. It's just like you signed a record deal. And we just gave you a hit. We're gonna give you a hit after hit after hit. And until you mess up on a frame that you can't, but there's only gonna be one at the end. You see what I'm saying? So you give it all the best that you have. Some girls have good careers or have made the best of it. Some girls are just a part of the process, right? Now, and I've met Tyra Banks. Slapped her on her ass. I was in her second or her third studio audience of the Tyra Banks show. But this is where the real dirt comes in. Mr. J, the director, his contract went out, and then he took another job. The season flopped, and then he had to come back. Tyra was mad at him for leaving at first. Then backbiting as Nigel Barker, the photographer, he's European. So, Naomi Campbell was really his real kiki because he left and he did the spinoff or a different type of modeling show with Naomi Campbell. Right? Right? Now, Tyra Banks, see, the whole show was on her shoulders. That's why her ass is big as now. Bitch got stressed out, made ice cream and all that shit. Let's talk about it. So I want to know all of that. I want to know that tea. I want to know that tea. I want to understand. But this is what I will congratulate them for. Without them, we would not have Eva Pickford. She's the shortest supermodel that we have in history. They brought out that trans model. They have discovered they made a lot of industry breakthroughs. They had to follow the norm, but they actually broke the mold, the code, and the norm of modeling. So we'll give them kudos for that. But yeah, run a tea, scalding hot tea. And it better be a calorie-less tea bag.
Oh, wow.
How about that?
As we continue to celebrate Black History Month here at the Bubble Chat, we have to take a moment to shine a light on a man whose words are just as loud today as they were 30 years ago, the late one and only Tupac Shakur.
Now, you cannot talk about Black History Month in the 20th century without talking about Tupac. He wasn't just a rapper. He was a poet, an actor, a revolutionary who carried a torch of Black Panther legacy, literally, since his mother, Afeni Shakur, was a titan in the movement. What makes Tupac so central to this month is how he balanced that thug life persona and the bone deep commitment to social justice. He was one of the first artists to really force the mainstream to look at first artists. He was one of the. I ate a bad edible. He was one of the first artists to really force the mainstream to look at graphic details of the community. Whether it was the struggle of a young mother and Brenda's got a baby, he was reporting live from the street. He famously said, "I'm not saying I'm going to change the world, but I guarantee that I will spark the brain that will change the world." He challenged the American dream, calling it a scheme that wasn't built for us. And he did it with revolution, and he did it with a vulnerability that made the whole generation of Black men feel seen. He showed us how you could be a revolutionary and still be human, flawed, and sensitive, all of the goddamn. Give it up for Mr. Tupac Shakur.
Yes, I totally agree. He was all those things, and he was fine.
As hell.
How do you want?
If I was just a little bit younger or older. Hell, Bo. You know what? I'm gonna respect him because he had a fiance, but whew.
Yeah, that joke was fun and very talented and totally trend setting.
And wonderful with words, might I add.
Yes.
Still coming with the underground women.
My favorite song was Gangsta. Wait, what was it? First off, fuck you click and the click you came.
That's bomb first.
What's
Y'all
the
want to know
name?
my favorite one?
What?
You want to know why they call you a bitch? You want to know why they
Ooh,
call you a bitch? You
under.
wonder why they call you a bitch? You wonder why they... Well, don't let me play that and I see a op. Don't let me play that and I see a op. Oh, you can twerk to that song, can't you? You can. I like a good song you can twerk to. You wonder why they call you a bitch?
That
You want...
is
Yes.
hilarious.
If you play that
What?
song, we gonna be wondering about who's the bitch. If you play that song in the room when we fucking, I'm big bitch. Who we talking about? Yeah, you. Which way is this?
That song is just priceless. Like when I first heard it, I was like, oh, I do wonder why they call you that. But you know,
I love
My
too many. He got too many kids. Mac,
who?
too many.
I mean, too many. It's too many songs. What's your phone number? Baby, can I break you off? How long would it? Yes, yes. I love it. I love it. I love Bomb First.
I'm so sorry. My phone keep breaking up. Who got too many kids?
No,
Hits,
hits.
hits,
Tupac.
Oh, hits.
hits. Yes, hits.
He
Blasphemy.
said, who
Love
got so
that
many
song.
kids?
Yes, yes. Me and my girlfriend, I love that song. Checkout time. Woo! You ain't on vacation. Get up, baby. It's checkout time. Oh, I love it. I love it all. I love it all. I love it all.
And we are back. If you've been riding with us since the beginning, you know we love a good deep dive and a serious conversation. But today we are switching things up a little bit. We're doing something we have never done before on the show. I figured it was time to see if my co-hosts are actually as tapped into the culture as they claim to be. So, listeners, welcome to the very first edition of the Bubble Trivia. That's right. We've got the buzzer ready. Well, react buttons, really. The stakes are high, mostly just bragging rights and maybe a coffee on me. Not really. And the categories are locked in. We're testing the knowledge of everything from 90s nostalgia, TikTok trends, to the deepest Grammy lore, etc. I hope you guys have been scrolling and staying sharp because I am not going to go easy on any of you today. This is the ultimate test of the bubble's expertise. Are you ready to play? Let's get into the bubble. Let's get into the bubble trivia. In honor of Black History Month, we are celebrating a massive milestone: 100 years of the Harlem Globetrotters, and that is the theme of this. And that is the theme for our very first trivia bubble. Now let me get the what
You gonna ask us basketball questions about
I am.
Harlem
I
Globe?
used to go. My mom used to
I
take
like
us.
Starbucks, so what's good? Let's go.
Unfortunately,
Okay.
I fell asleep every time I was blessed to see them.
Why you got the answers on here? God damn it. Okay, I'm ready.
Okay.
What the answer
Yeah, you
that?
put everything else on this.
All right. First question. Even though they are called the Harlem Globetrotters, the team actually started in 1926 in a different city known for its windy weather. What city was that actually founded in?
Chicago.
That's correct.
Because
Mom gets a point. So
They
1 point
did.
for
All right.
Mom.
they ain't said a word.
All
Yeah,
right.
that's true.
$5 fine. I told you, girl. I don't do
Alrighty. In 1950, this legendary Harlem Globetrotter made history by becoming the first African American player to sign a contract with an NBA team, joining the New York Knicks. Do you know his name? And what is it?
Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
Abdul-Jabbar. Yeah.
What'd you say?
Kareem
Kareem
Abdul-Jabbar.
Abdul-Jabbar.
Oh, I am so sorry. That's incorrect.
Oh, do I have a chance to steal?
With your black Sajak ass. What's the real answer?
Teacher, do you know?
I don't know. This is above my
Only your
my
mama.
my.
Read it again, Joanne.
I don't
In
know. This is
1950, this legendary Harlem Globetrotter made history by becoming the first African American player to sign a contract with an NBA team, joining the New York Knicks. Do you know his name?
With the afro.
okay. Sweetwater
Earl Lloyd.
Clifton.
Earl Lloyd.
Sweet. The correct answer is Nathaniel Sweetwater Clifton. So
Mm.
that's a point for Tisha.
Shout out to Google. Hell.
Oh, so you over there cheating.
You know it. Y'all didn't know
Do
it,
y'all know
so
who Earl
Google it.
Lloyd is? I'm old. I'm
No.
52.
And no cheating this time, please. We'll let it slide, but just we'll just we'll just call it the lifeline, but which you can only use once. So,
Go ahead.
mom,
Put the
mom
phone
and
right
Adonis,
here.
use it wisely.
Put the phone right here. Yes.
Okay.
Are all these questions basketball or what?
Hey,
The
all
Harlem Globetrotters.
Oh well, shit, y'all got it.
All right. Before he became an NBA legend with a 100-point game, this 7'1" superstar started his professional career with the Harlem Globetrotters in 1958. Who was he?
Did you say 1958?
Yes.
Wasn't even thought of yet.
That's
That's
My
the
parents weren't even
Chamberlain.
conceiving.
Chamberlain.
The correct answer
I
is
can't
Wilt
think his
Chamberlain.
yeah.
So that's 1 point for mom.
I was thinking that, but you know.
Alrighty. So the Globe. Next question. The Globetrotters didn't just break racial barriers; they broke gender barriers too. In 1985, this Olympic gold medalist became the first woman to ever play for an all-male professional basketball team. Who is she?
Okay. So Lynette Woodard, right?
That's correct.
I knew it. I knew it.
You know that.
no hands is under the goddamn
Was
camera.
she black?
Mm-hmm.
She don't even know. She don't even know. Google.
I do. I do. I know it.
Black or white?
Lynette Goodard. Mm-hmm.
Is she black or white?
She's black.
Italian, maybe?
Look, she is what the good Lord made her, amen.
Alrighty, next
Clock
question.
it.
You can't think of the Globetrotters without hearing that iconic whistle tune. For a bonus point, for double points actually, what is the name of their official theme song?
Damn.
Um,
We're playing basketball.
no, that ain't it. It's Harlem Globetrotters. Sweet Georgia Brown.
That is correct. Sweet Georgia Brown. So that's double points. So that's 2
I'm
points
so
for
old.
mom.
Yes.
We tied now, right?
Oh, actually, mom has 4 points, and Tisha, you have 2 points, and Adonis, you don't even have 1 point.
And that's perfectly fine.
Okay.
I'm not laughing at that. I love the fact that
There's no way
absolutely
I don't.
All right.
you can
Even though
have
they are
half of my point.
even though they are synonymous with the Harlem Renaissance and Black culture, the Globetrotters didn't actually play a game in Harlem until many decades after they were founded. Can you guess which year they finally made their Harlem debut?
1973.
Oh, I am so sorry, Adonis. That is incorrect.
It was.
You
I was.
black
I
say
was born
jackass.
in
Why are you talking to me like
69.
that,
It
You
nephew?
know
had
what?
to
I
be
want to say it was
1968.
1927.
61.
It was either 68 or 69.
The correct answer is 1968.
Well,
Same as it.
we
Cause
could have we could share that point.
You was
Me and
one
her.
lick short. One lick short.
I
Oh,
said 68 or 69.
that was,
I was
Well,
born in
in
69
that was one lick
1920.
too many.
because it's say 50.
Alrighty. Even every team needs a leader, and for 24 seasons, this man was known as the Clown Prince of basketball. He was famous for his half-court hug shots and his legendary "It's my leg" gag. Who was he?
Mm. So according to my
Leg what? His
lifeline,
leg what?
Swing.
It's my leg.
Y'all might as well be together.
Was it lemon?
Chat GPT.
Meadowlark Lemon,
Yes,
That's it.
that's correct. So
we
you
can
get
share that point. It's me and her point.
okay. So you get a point, and mom gets a point,
I
and mom
remember
is in the
lemon.
lead.
Well, actually, what had happened was we were sharing all her points, so we're tied.
What are you saying?
That's the
Can
real
we
math.
wrap
I
this
was
up,
just being
Joanne? I
help
mean, damn, I feel
calculate
like
and
I'm
make
at
sure it's tied.
school.
Well, no, I was just helping him calculate it. That's it. So we're tied, you know.
She won.
Well, hey, I
Okay.
wasn't gonna say it, but you know.
Alrighty,
Yeah.
alrighty. Every team needs a leader, and for 24 seasons, this man was known as the Clown Prince of basketball.
You
Oh,
just
wait. Oh, yeah, it's a good question. My bad. I already asked that question. Okay, 3 more. The
Okay.
Globetrotters are so iconic that they've appeared in several cartoons. In the 1970s, they famously teamed up with a group of meddling kids and their talking dogs to solve mysteries. Which cartoon was it?
Scooby Doo.
Space Jam.
That's correct, Adonis. Finally, you got a point.
Finally is diabolical. You didn't have to add all of that.
See, I ain't gonna
I
speak bad
love
on Alex
Scooby Doo.
Trebek. I'm not gonna speak bad on Alex Trebek, but your page, your say jack, paycheck. Come on, next.
Okay. The Globetrotters hold over 35 Guinness World Records. In 2000, player Michael Wilson, also known as Wild Thing, set a record that still stands today for the highest slam dunk ever recorded. How high was the hoop?
6 feet.
10 feet.
Oh, I am
I
so
think it
sorry,
was
Adonis. That was incorrect.
higher than that.
15.
12. 12.
That
I
is
don't-
correct. 12,
12 or
12
15.
feet.
Oh, that was
Alrighty.
good.
I
Alrighty.
told
And
you that
final
answer.
question. We can't talk about the Globetrotters without mentioning the teams that they have been more than 16,000 times. They are the ultimate lovable losers of professional sports. Name the Globetrotters' long-suffering opponents.
The New York
Lakers.
Knicks.
Oh, what'd you say, Mom?
The Lakers.
Oh, so
Ooh,
sorry.
unfortunately, Mom, that is incorrect.
The New
Washington
York Knicks.
Generals.
What'd you say?
She
What'd you
said
say?
the New York Knicks. I said Washington.
Oh, I'm sorry, teacher. That is also incorrect.
Darn.
Adonis, do you have an answer?
No.
Well, the
Not
correct answer is
Washington.
the
Washington.
Washington Generals.
She was Googling.
All right. I want to thank everybody for this win. I couldn't have done it without my friend Google and Shay Sugar. I want to thank the young people out there. Without you guys, this is who I do it for. Amen.
Okay. And that brings us to the end of another episode of the Bubble Chat. Thank you so much for spending some of your days with us. Your time is the most valuable thing you have. And the fact that you share it with us means the world. If you enjoyed today's conversation, do us a huge favor, hit that subscribe button, leave us a 5-star review on whatever platform you're listening on, and share this with a friend who needs to hear it. It's the best way to help our community grow and keep these conversations going. Don't forget to follow us on social media so you can jump in and let us know your takes on everything we covered. We'll be back, same time, same place next week. Until then, remember to be patient with yourself and those around you. Stay safe, stay real, and keep an eye on your own bubble. I'm your host, and we'll catch you in the next one. Peace out.
Bye, y'all.
Double time.